one thing you've got to love, if a team look down and out as far as the points table are concerned in the season so far, and they come out firing in the first half of a game, it always augurs well for how competitive that game might end up being. Let's just confirm where the Royals are at the 10-over mark, 91 for 2. And most importantly, they survived the power play, as in it was wicketless as far as they were concerned. Great start from Yashasvi Jaiswal and Joss Buttler. Neither of them managing to carry on, and that, in fact, is going to be the only big blow. The one negative that Rajasthan will look at in the first 10 overs. In the company of Shaun Pollock on Cricbuzz Comm Box. Shaun, other than those 2 wickets, it's been the kind of intent we wanted to see, or at least neutrals wanted to see from Rajasthan.
Yeah, for sure, and they'll be really happy. I think Sangakkara and his troops, there'll be a lot of discussion about where they've gone wrong. And, I always used to talk about how the tone is set in your first 6 overs. So, if you bowl first, you can set a tone, and if you have an opportunity with the bat, and they've done brilliantly. I mean, the 2 wickets won't worry them in the least. They would have loved those guys to stick around and go and get big scores. But 91, having lost 2 wickets after 10 overs, and you've got some hitability to come, I think they'll be very happy with Rajasthan. They'll feel like they've ticked the box. They've got the team going in the right direction. They've picked up a little bit of momentum in this match already. And, in the dugout, sometimes you get those feelings. You're always trying, looking for signs and signals that you might be heading in the right direction. And the fact that they've got off to the best start they have in 21 games, it creates a little bit of belief in that dugout, where they think, sure, maybe this is our day, maybe things are going to go according to plan. Rahul Chahar, sure, he's been good, eh? How good has he been with his leg spin in the series? He really does look like the man in form. I know Chahal and him are competing for places, but at the moment, from what we've seen, Chahar has just been head and shoulders above any of the local Indian leg spinners on offer in the IPL so far.
Yeah, even if you compare him to a Rashid Khan, who is the go-to bowler in a sense for Hyderabad, yes, he's the one who provides them wickets, but Chahar is in a team where there are other wicket takers, Bolt up front, Bumrah's world class, but yet he manages to sort of come at just the right times and pick up the wickets when Mumbai need them. Yes, wickets in the season, but today his 2 wickets have been very timely to try and halt what was looking like a potential 200 type total. Bumrah was very tight up front, Shaun. We talked about the matchup between him and Buttler. I think Buttler had it in his head. He was not going to get out to Jasprit Bumrah.
Yeah, and it nearly worked in the advantage of Mumbai. That pressure, you could feel it building. There was that run out that was missed at mid-on. But I think with going back to Chahar, I think what's impressed me the most last season, he often comes on in the middle overs, and he did boss the situation a little bit, but that was due to the pressure that had been created in the first 6 overs. He would have 2 or 3 wickets down. He'd come in and he'd be able to accumulate some dot balls and build pressure. And then at the back end of the tournament, he sort of just lost his way a little bit as people started to get onto him and understand what he's trying to achieve. This year, he's been given the responsibility of actually picking up those wickets in the middle overs and breaking partnerships and really putting teams on the back foot. And it's even getting to a stage now where, much like the respect they have for Rashid Khan, of like it almost looked to play his overs out, they're starting to think that way about Chahar, and that's a real compliment for the way he's performed. So Mumbai will be really happy about that. But I don't think Rajasthan, as we mentioned earlier, will be upset. I think they're in a good situation. They've got some hitters to come. So I think anyone who went under 150 or under 160 in their predictions, I'm starting to ask questions.
I like the way he comes with a salvo, no matter what's happening. If it's not my team, it's got to be my predicted score. But nonetheless, I'll allow you that, Shaun. But to finish off with, the real impetus, it's a big day for Sanju Samson to press on and get a big one. And with 2 South Africans to come in David Miller and Tipo Morris, they will fancy this to get close to 200.
Yeah, for sure. He's often had to shoulder the responsibility of trying to rectify the innings. Now he can actually just go out and play. He's got himself a start, and I'm expecting some fireworks to come, because this is the situations you want to. When you're coming in at number 3 or 4 in the batting lineup, these are the situations you want to encounter.
Yeah, well, that's summed it up from both sides. Perfect illustration of Rahul Chahar playing that attacking role and picking up the wickets at the right time. But it's onus on Rajasthan to pile on the runs. Just how many will they pile on? We shall confirm that to you at the end. This was Cricbuzz Comm Box.